They say great minds think alike. However, in 2015, one couple proved the opposite is true as well. Their names are Karen Furkert and Varouj. On the surface, they seemed ordinary, like a banana that's a little bit green but still fine to eat if you're brave enough. What their friends and family didn't know is that they were quite possibly the two most idiotic beings to have ever existed on this planet or any other.
I think the third season of Game of Thrones is really overrated.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, just let me say this. I lived with these people for 2 years. I knew they were weird. Hell, we all knew they were weird. But what I didn't know is that neither of them had any idea what a wedding is.
And that's how Boston Legal single-handedly changed the way Russia dealt with taxing its citizens.
Wow.
So, what do you guys have planned for the wedding so far?
Well, we're going for an asthmatic aesthetic that's definitely going to leave everyone breathless.
What?
Well, yeah, we really wanted a traditional wedding, so we're gonna slowly suck all of the oxygen out of the room.
Yeah, and that's really all we have planned so far.
The wedding's in a month and a half.
A traditional wedding, a traditional wedding. They kept saying this every time I saw them. But it became clear to me very quickly that everything they thought was a part of a traditional wedding wasn't actually a part of any wedding that had ever taken place in the history of mankind.
So when you and the other groomsmen carry me down the aisle, it's important
Wait. What?
So, when you and the other groomsmen carry me down the aisle, it's important that you know exactly when to flip me. And you better make sure I land on the trampoline.
Isn't your dad walking you down the aisle?
I'm not a kid, Brian. Oh, what's wrong?
They didn't have enough roosters. How are we supposed to have a traditional wedding with only 7 roosters?
What? Do they think we're only gonna stay married for 7 years?
Right?
Anyway, I'm gonna go home now. Because...
Even though their friends didn't know how absolutely moronic they were, Varouj's sisters seemed to have a better grip on the reality of the situation.
Did I know my little brother was an idiot growing up? Of course I did. But I thought he'd find someone to make up for it. Instead, he found Karen.
Yes, of course we'll be your bridesmaids. We are so excited.
So am I. Oh, I'm so relieved. I know a lot of women turn down being bridesmaids these days because they don't like Ray Liotta.
Is Ray Liotta invited?
Why would Ray Liotta be invited? We're having a traditional wedding.
This wedding is gonna be a disaster. They don't even know that Ray Liotta is my +1. He's owed me a favor ever since I taught him how to read.
As time went on, Farouk and Karen's friends simply stopped trying to understand what was going on with their wedding planning.
So Brett called us up and said he's waiting for us at our house with a surprise, and I think I know what it is.
It's an intervention.
Is this the wedding?
Sadly, there are some people in this world that are beyond help. Do we spend our lives trying to teach them? We have to try, right? But how do we teach people this far gone?
Guys, we have to talk. It seems like you don't know what a wedding is. You guys have been planning something. I don't know what it is. But I know it's definitely not a wedding. This is pure madness. You need to reevaluate your lives because this just isn't working.
See? I told you he'd give a great speech.
What? Look, you guys need to sit down with the real wedding planner and figure this stuff out. No roosters.
I do.
Did you just say I do? We already told you this isn't the wedding. You guys need to stop. Just stop.
I do.
Okay, you know what? This is stupid. You guys are stupid. I hate you all.
It's crazy because Karen and I were trying to plan the perfect wedding, and all the while, our friends and family just did it for us. People keep asking us what's next. What's the future hold for us? Well, we're gonna go somewhere special. We're gonna go on a honeymoon. A traditional honeymoon.
Yeah, we already bought the transmission.